A Small Step Every Day. Part 1. Tom's Dream. Hello everyone. Today I want to tell you a simple story. The story is about a young man named Tom. Tom lives in a small town with his family. He has a simple life. Every morning, Tom wakes up at 6 o'clock. He gets out of bed, washes his face, and has breakfast. Then he goes to work. Tom works in a small shop. He works from 8 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. His job is not difficult, but sometimes he feels tired. Tom has a dream. He wants to speak English. He wants to understand English movies. He wants to talk to people from other countries. And one day, he wants to travel to another country. But there is one problem. Tom does not speak English well. He knows some English words. He knows words like hello, good morning, thank you, goodbye. But when someone speaks English to him, he becomes nervous. He knows some words, but he cannot make a sentence. Sometimes he thinks, my English is very bad. Maybe I cannot learn English. Maybe English is too difficult for me. Tom feels sad, but he still has a dream. Part 2. A Small Idea. One evening, Tom comes home from work. He sits at his desk. On the desk, there is an English book. Tom opens the book. He looks at the first page. There are many new words. He reads the first sentence. Then he reads it again. He does not understand everything. Tom feels tired. He closes the book. I can't do this, he says. At that moment, his friend Mike calls him. Mike asks, Tom, what are you doing? I'm trying to learn English, Tom says. That's great, Mike says. But English is too difficult, Tom answers. Mike laughs. Tom, why do you think you need to learn everything in one day? Tom is quiet. Mike continues. You don't need to learn everything today. Just learn one small thing every day. One word, one sentence, one small step. Tom thinks about his friend's words. One small step. It sounds simple. Maybe he can do it. Part 3. Day 1. The next morning, Tom starts again. He wakes up at 6 o'clock. After breakfast, he sits at his desk. He takes a small notebook. On the first page, he writes, one small step every day. Then he writes 5 English words. The first word is morning. The second word is work. The third word is food. The fourth word is friend. The fifth word is happy. Tom reads the words morning, work, food, friend, happy. He reads them again. Morning, work, food, friend, happy. Then he makes simple sentences. Good morning. I go to work. I like food. Mike is my friend. I am happy. The sentences are very simple, but Tom is happy. He understands them. He can say them. He thinks, maybe I can learn English. That evening, Tom studies for only 10 minutes. Then he stops. He does not study for 2 hours. He does not try to learn 100 words. He only studies for 10 minutes. But he does it again the next day, and the day after that. Part 4. 10 minutes a day. After 1 week, Tom has a new habit. Every morning, he studies English for 10 minutes. Sometimes he studies new words. Sometimes he reads simple sentences. Sometimes he listens to English. Sometimes he speaks to himself. For example, when he wakes up, he says, Good morning. When he eats breakfast, he says, I am eating breakfast. When he goes to work, he says, I am going to work. When he comes home, he says, I am home. At first, it feels strange. Tom talks to himself every day, but he does not care. He knows that practice is important. One day, Tom makes a mistake. He says, I go to work yesterday. Mike hears him. Mike smiles and says, Almost right. Say, I went to work yesterday. Tom repeats, I went to work yesterday. Good, Mike says. Tom smiles. He is not afraid of the mistake. He learns from it. Tom understands something important. Making mistakes is not a bad thing. Mistakes help us learn. Part 5. A difficult day. One Monday morning, Tom has a bad day. He wakes up late. He does not have enough time for breakfast. He goes to work quickly. At work, he is very busy. He feels tired. When he comes home, he does not want to study English. He looks at his English book. Then he looks at the clock. It is okay, he says. I can study tomorrow. He closes the book. But then he remembers Mike's words, one small step every day. Tom opens the book again. He studies for 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. He learns 3 words. Tired, busy, tomorrow. Then he makes 3 sentences. I am tired. I am busy. I will study tomorrow. Tom closes the book. He feels good. He did not study for 1 hour. He did not learn 20 words. But he did something. He took one small step. Part 6. 3 months later. 3 months pass. Tom continues to study every day, 10 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes only 5 minutes, but he does not stop. His English begins to change. He knows more words now. He understands simple sentences. He can introduce himself. He can talk about his family. He can talk about his job. He can talk about his hobbies. One day, a foreign customer comes to the shop. The customer looks around. Then he asks Tom, "Excuse me, where can I find water?" Tom understands the question. Before, Tom would be nervous, but this time he takes a breath. He says, "Water? Yes, it is over there." He points to a shelf. The customer smiles. "Thank you." Tom smiles too. "You're welcome." The conversation is very short, only a few sentences, but for Tom, it is a big moment. He speaks English with a real person. He makes no big mistake. And even if he made a mistake, it would be okay. He is learning. That evening, Tom tells Mike about the customer. Mike says, "See, you can do it." Tom smiles. "Yes, I think I can." Part 7. Tom's bigger dream. After that day, Tom becomes more confident. He still makes mistakes. He still does not understand every English word. Sometimes English is still difficult. But he does not say, "I can't learn English." Now he says, "I am still learning English." There is a big difference between these 2 sentences. I can't learn English and I am still learning English. The first sentence closes the door. The second sentence keeps the door open. Tom keeps learning. He watches simple English videos. He listens to English stories. He reads short books. He writes simple sentences. He speaks English every day. Sometimes he speaks alone. Sometimes he speaks with Mike. Sometimes he talks to customers. Little by little, his English becomes better. Part 8. 1 year later. 1 year later, Tom looks at his old notebook. He sees the first page. There are only 5 words. Morning, work, food, friend, happy. Tom smiles. He remembers the first day. At that time, he thought English was impossible. Now he can have simple conversations. He can understand English videos. He can read simple stories. He can talk to foreign customers. And he has a new dream. He wants to travel. One day, Tom saves enough money. He buys a plane ticket. His destination is another country. For the first time in his life, Tom is going to travel abroad. He is excited, but he is also nervous. At the airport, Tom looks at the signs. He listens to the announcements. Everything is in English. For a moment, he feels afraid. He thinks about going home. Then he remembers his first small step. 5 words, 10 minutes a day, 1 year of practice. Tom takes a deep breath. He says to himself, "I can do this." Part 9. The airport. At the airport, Tom needs some help. He goes to the information desk. A woman asks, "Can I help you?" Tom says, "Yes, please. I am looking for gate 12. The woman points to the right. "Go straight and turn left." Tom listens carefully. "Go straight and turn left." "That's right," the woman says. "Thank you very much." "You're welcome. Have a nice trip." Tom walks away. He smiles. He understands. He can communicate. His English is not perfect, but he does not need perfect English. He only needs enough English to communicate. Tom sits near his gate. He looks out the window. He thinks about his journey. He started with 5 words, then 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. A small step every day changed his life. Part 10. The lesson. Tom learns an important lesson. You do not need to be perfect to start. You do not need to know 1,000 words. You do not need to study for 5 hours every day. You just need to start. Start with 1 word, then 1 sentence, then 1 conversation. Take 1 small step every day. Some days will be easy. Some days will be difficult. Some days you will feel tired. Some days you will make many mistakes. That is normal. Do not stop because you make mistakes. Do not stop because you learn slowly. Do not compare yourself with other people. Everyone has a different journey. Maybe someone learns faster than you. That is okay. Your goal is not to be better than someone else. Your goal is to be better than you were yesterday. Yesterday you knew 5 words. Today, maybe you know 10. Yesterday you could not say 1 sentence. Today, maybe you can say 3. That is progress. Small progress is still progress. Part 11. Practice with Tom. Now let's practice some simple English sentences. Listen carefully and repeat after me. I want to learn English. I want to learn English. English is difficult, but I can learn. English is difficult, but I can learn. I make mistakes, but I keep learning. I make mistakes, but I keep learning. I practice every day. I practice every day. I learn 1 small thing every day. I learn 1 small thing every day. I am not perfect. I am not perfect. And that is okay. And that is okay. I will not give up. I will not give up. I can do it. I can do it. Now let's say the most important sentence again. 1 small step every day. 1 small step every day. Part 12. Final message. Maybe you are like Tom. Maybe you are learning English now. Maybe you know only a few words. Maybe you are afraid to speak. Maybe you make many mistakes. That's okay. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Learn 1 word today. Learn 1 sentence tomorrow. Listen to English. Read English. Speak English. Practice a little every day. And remember, you don't have to learn everything today. You only need to take 1 small step. 1 small step today. 1 small step tomorrow. 1 small step the next day. After 1 month, you will see progress. After 6 months, you will see more progress. And 1 year from now, you may look back and say, "Wow, I have come so far." So don't give up. Keep learning. Keep practicing. Keep moving forward. Your English journey starts with 1 small step, and that step can be today. Thank you for listening. Keep learning English. Keep believing in yourself. And remember, 1 small step every day.